Good rising, brethren. This is Big Judah coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, give all praise to the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. I pray the Most High blesses this lesson this evening, gives more knowledge and understanding of the events of the past in order to understand events that are currently happening on the earth. So we get a much better understanding of the things that are soon to come on the earth. Sister Rosie shared this article with me, and I wanted to share it with you. I think it's a good opportunity for us to look at this information, look at these articles with our newly developed spiritual eyes, and realize that there's many hidden meanings and things in a lot of these articles. And you can also see how the other nations kind of trip over themselves trying so hard to um, interject themselves into old stories that they have nothing to do with. So we're going to talk about this Caduceus, a monumental bronze sculpture allegory by James Muir, bronze allegorical sculptor artist. Okay. There's a picture of him right here. We got the monumental 12 feet high Caduceus, right? Edition 12. And we understand that the fingerprint of the Most High is with these numbers of 3, 6, 8, and 9. Okay. So you're going to see a lot of different numbers and they'll add up together to be 3, 6, 8, and 9. Okay. And they all have their different meanings. So you got the 12 feet high right there. So you got your um, threes right there. Okay. And it says Caduceus recognized as a universal medical symbol. And the bronze representation by James N. Muir has become the angel of healing, bringing love and peace upon the earth and all of its inhabitants. She is 12 feet high with a 9-foot wingspan and includes fountain capabilities. So again, you got your numbers 3 right there, and you got your number 9 right there, being like completion. All right. So in a limited edition of 12. Says, my goal is to see these 7 ladies on 7 continents, transcending individual differences to become a unifying symbol for the universal kinship of humanity and all creation in a physical metaphor, representing the spiritual connection between all things to help bring the healing power of love into the earth, ushering in a new era of peace. James Nathan Muir. And yes, there is going to be a new era of peace, and it's going to be one that's going to be ran by the Most High. All right. But see, the thing with the other nations is that they want to just usher in an era of peace, but they don't think that it's important to acknowledge the things that have happened during their reign, okay, and the prices that are needed, to be paid for the things that they've done over the last, during the time that they've been in charge. It's kind of like let's let bygones be bygones and move forward, and we're going to bring this era of peace and everything else. But still, they're all Confederate and not admitting any of their wrongdoings whatsoever. They will definitely talk about helping each other out or admitting wrongdoings between each other of the Psalms 83 Confederacy. But as far as like what they've done to the Most High's chosen children or the chosen people, they don't really want to acknowledge that whatsoever. All right. So caduceus, recognized internationally as the universal symbol of medicine, the caduceus has become an angel of healing, rising like the mythical phoenix, heralding a new era of harmony and peace to heal the earth and all its inhabitants with love as the master physician. The word caduceus originates from the Greek karkion, itself derived from carix, meaning a herald's badge or staff. And again, like I said, it's always trying their best to, well, this word is a Greek word, always trying to make you go back to the Greek. But you're going to find out that this symbol or that this entity here has been around for way longer than just the Greeks. Okay, so check this part out right here. Let's see. So we got the carex, meaning a herald's badge or staff. And Latin, the word caduceum means practically the same. So again, Greeks, okay, and Latin, okay. The caduceus was worn or displayed by Roman surgeons, official messengers, and by military emissaries to signify a cessation of hostilities on the battlefield. It symbolizes the herald of the gods, Mercury in Rome and Hermes in Greece, who carried a winged wand on which were coiled two serpents, symbolizing the male and female. And that male and female also talks about like the yin and yang. Okay. Legend was that Hermes came upon two serpents at war and in his beguiling manner placed a staff, which Asclepius had given him, also a symbol used in medicine. Between them, whereupon entwining it, they ceased warring and began loving one another, thus expressing unity, fertility, and peace. Okay? While Hermes was sometimes associated with more roguish elements, in the third century, along with being guardian of health, he came to be connected with theology and philosophy. Later in the 16th century, though, not himself a physician, chemistry, pharmacy, and medicine came under his domain as well. Now, check this out. In 2000 BC, records indicate the physician, okay, to the Sumerian king used a symbol of a staff entwined with two serpents. Now, see, this is talking about something that happened. This was something that was recorded in 2000 BC. So they say. You're trying to say that you don't think that this was actually even made possible even before that? But see, they spent the whole first couple of paragraphs talking about Greeks and Latin. So the Spaniards in Spain, right? So they try to act as if somehow they were the ones who started everything. But then they kind of throw this one sentence in here about 2000 BC. And see, that's where, what do you think they got it from originally? Where do you think the Greeks got this from? As soon as they started going into these other lands with Alexander the Great, he was going to all these other lands and being exposed to all this history and all this information. And then all of a sudden they started, using the same badges and the same things that the people before them did. And they just started to, use the same things. And then they don't tell people where they're getting their information from. So again, in 2000 BC, records indicate the physician to the Sumerian king used a symbol of a staff entwined with two serpents. So like we said, this was something that's been happening. As you can look here, it says in 1856, it was selected as the emblem of the U.S. Marine Hospital Service, the Public Health Service in 1871, the Army, U.S. Army Medical Corps in 1902, then the Dental Corps, Veterinary Corps, Army Nursing Corps, and the Sanitary Corps. The American Medical Association officially employed it in 1912. So almost 4,000 years later, these Gentiles here are now employing a lot of the same imagery that had already been used. Like I said, it had probably been used for at least 4,000 plus years. Okay? So this shows you that like there's nothing new. Many of the things that they come up with or that they use has been used before. When you now that we have our eyes open, you can just see through a lot of these things. Before we would just kind of stop at the Greeks and the Romans, and we would just give them the credit for the ones coming up with all this stuff. But as you keep reading, they eventually the Most High makes them tell on themselves. The Most High makes them show you that, well, no, they didn't come up with it originally. They got it from somewhere else. And they're not even telling you how far back this goes, you know. So it says at this critical juncture in world history, the caduceus seems a uniquely appropriate symbol for the redirection of hatred and conflict by the staff of a higher power to produce unification, harmony, and peace on earth. As Quo Vadis depicts our upward spiritual journey, Caduceus expresses the initial spiritual flow of energy from creator to creation. Also, like Quo Vidis, the symbologies run so deep and complex that, other than a brief overview, the allegories are best left to the personal insight of each individual. And that's something that each of us have to do because we have to kind of. That's why you have to study. You have to look at these things. You have to open up your mind, and you have to let the spirit come in and guide you. We all have different events and different things that mold who we are. So therefore, when we see these types of these imageries, these images, it might mean something different to all of us. Okay. Now it says the seven rayed crown or tiara in the form of a nurse's cap and the crown of liberty, physical and spiritual, also refers to the seven energy centers of the body, as well as to the seven ancient hermetic causes of disease. Okay, dis-ease. The latter being physical, misuse of faculty, organ, or function, presence of foreign substances, impurities or obstructions in the system, and superphysical, unhealthy negative mental attitudes or thoughts, imbalanced disharmony between the physical and spiritual nature, internal spiritual influences, external spiritual influences, astrological energy influences. Now, see, that's something that we've been pushed to not even look into, how the astrological energies actually influence the things here on the earth as well. So as you can see, there's all these different things, all these different events that have an effect on us physically as well as spiritually. And that's why we got to really make sure that we start to work on all aspects, not just the physical, but that's what this society really makes you concentrate on, is just the physical, and pay very little to no attention to the spiritual. Okay. So again, astrological energy influences. More directly, the seven rays issue forth the likewise ancient healing energies to flow down, okay, the seven ringlets of hair upon a disparate world. One, practical allopathic medicine, naturopathic medicine of diet, exercise, and daily healthful habits, homeopathic medicine of nature's herbs, vibration and color, amulets, invocations, and prayer, which cures all but requires faith. So they're giving you these different, possibilities, these different, avenues of healing yourselves, and it'll be physical healing as well as spiritual. Okay, the jewel on her forehead over the mystical third or spiritual eye represents vision with full intuitive insight and acuity into the esoteric world of healing and metaphysical reality. The sun, moon of the earrings are traditional symbols of the doctor patient relationship, but herein reflect the perfect balance of the fully spiritualized energy of the yang and the yin, mind, heart symbols. And it said that's like the number 6 and the number 9. When, and that's how you like to look at the yin and yang, is going back to the 6 and the 9. And when you put them together or on top of each other, you put the 8 right there on top of that, which is like the infinity symbol. That's why it's like a 3, a 6, a 9, or an 8 and a 9. And you put all 4 of those numbers on top of each other, and they will create the infinity sign. Okay. Let's see here. But like I said, it's important to work on the spiritualized energy of the yang and the yin, mind, heart symbols. At her back, the feather of truth, or the ma'at, is tied at the juncture where the two polarities of her braids become one in completeness. The ankh, the key or staff of life, is an ancient healing device predating Egypt's symbolic use by thousands of years. So that you're now talking about some antediluvian influences. Okay, here it is combined with the equally ancient rose cross. Okay, of spiritual unfoldment over a divine trinity of leaves, along with 3 nails. So you got the trinity of leaves. You got your three nails. Again, is going back to the fingerprints of the Most High: 3, 6, 8, and 9. Okay, signifying the sacrifice of the lower self, mind, emotional body, and soul, for the resurrection of the true higher self. The jewel rests upon her breast to radiate down healing energy in the form of rainwater flowing forth through her open, exposed heart. We'll just read a little bit more. The 9-foot wings, okay, 9-foot wings, again, number 9 again, the number 9 being the number of unconditional universal love as well as mankind, but we also know it as completion. We also mean destruction, okay? With their 24 Okay, so you add the 2 and the 4, you get 6. Primary feathers expand to shield, protect, and uplift a disparate and fearful world. The lady's hands raised in blessing with 1 and 2 fingers. Okay, again, 1 and 2 makes 3. Raised to signify the 2 universal commandments, also for the twin signs for love and peace. Her left hand bears the wedding ring of perfect union with the Creator, a marriage of heaven and earth, while her right hand bears the ancient signature ring of in service to the Creator through service to His creation. Okay. In a whirlwind of energy, her hair ribbons radiate to the ends of the earth. The front ribbons, the 12 suns, again, 12, you add the 1 and the 2, you get 3. Okay, symbolic of the months of the solar year and the higher universal life cycle. This world of humanity is transiting. The rear ribbons, okay, with 140, okay, 144. Oh, my bad. 144. All right. 12 squares, right? Okay, 12 square stars symbolizing a new enlightened level of awareness. And again, you got the 144, you add that up, now you get 9. Again, it's going back to those, the fingerprints of the Most High once again. Okay, 144, 144, you add those up, you get 9 once again. A new enlightened level of awareness. The bow at the top with 1 and 7 stars. Okay. You can say 1 and 7, add those up, you get 8. Suggests the crest of the mythical phoenix bird as she rises out of the ashes of the old world, thinking of mankind. And with acute vision, sees and comprehends the truth in all things. The Ouroboros, the serpent swallowing its tail, in eternal resurrection and renewal, like the phoenix herself, continues this never ending cycle around her crown. Now, as you can see, like I said, you start to read a lot of these articles, you start to look at this information, you start to, go deeper into it, try to get a spiritual connection, but you can also see how the Most High, uses math and uses numbers to convey, the fact that this is Him. He's in control. He's the one that's making these events happen. He's in control of all these events, things that might seem like they're not working together or they have nothing to do with each other. You'll be able to figure out things mathematically, and figure out that he is in charge of absolutely everything. Now, see, the whole world right now is on the whole peace, 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 and love kick. But again, are you going to come, you're going to come out with the truth? Are you going to bring everything out 100%? You just can't talk about love, love, love and peace when under your tutelage and under your hand, when you were in charge, did you really rule that way? Was that important during the time of your rulership? Was, being peaceful and working together for the good of mankind, was that something that was really a goal of yours? And if it is, how come you don't admit the truth now? How come you don't admit the fact that you've hidden everything? You've hidden who people are, where the lands are. You're hiding how prophecy is really going to be fulfilled. You still try to make it seem as if you have some kind of control and that your breakdowns are still relevant. You're still talking about the rapture. You're still talking about how the church is replaced Israel. And you're not coming with any facts. You're not proving any of this information wrong. People are putting out truth, but like I said, they're not connecting all the dots. The Most High's chosen people, again, they are the ones that the Most High is dealing with. And those are the ones that you're going to have to go through. Those are the ones you're going to have to come to at the end. That's written all over your books, okay, about how you're going to admit the truth. You're going to admit the truth that you, okay, have been lying or been lied to, and you've continued to lie, okay? So you're going to have to you're going to have to eventually figure these things out. You're going to come to the truth one way or the other. Okay, I want to read a little bit more. Whirling up in their own double vortex of energy rise the twin serpents of Caduceus, like the serpents which the Hopi legends say reside at the Earth's poles, awaiting the time to be reawakened into activity. They are kept in balance by her wisdom in a symbiotic relationship. of spiritual, physical, heart, head energies, and form a double helix of the human DNA molecule. The python represents the spiritual, while the cobra symbolizes the body. Both in harmony provide a balance point, okay, or fulcrum for the mind to bring forth peace and healing. Like I said again, you know, for that peace and healing, to be executed, you're going to have to come up with this truth. You're going to have to come to this truth. You know, you're going to have to admit the truth. You're not going to be able to just, ignore everything that's happened in the past, because everyone, like I said, Psalms 83 group is still ignoring everything that they've done to get to where they are today. The old earth symbolically and literally is falling away to reveal the golden orb of a new world of enlightenment. And that's true. That's what the Most High said, that he was going to awaken his people here at the end. He's going to be giving them back, their understanding that they had before. They're going to get their heritage back, not the heritage that the other nations want to give us, but the heritage that the Most High has given us. And we can't expect to get that from the Gentiles because it was never given to them in the first place. So how could they give it back? All they've been concerned is with hiding all this information from us and from the whole world. Okay, so it says America is transformed into the genesis of that new era, tasked to responsibly lead the way into a brighter and better future for all. If she fails in this regeneration, then her fate is sealed, and the phoenix shall rise from the ashes of her funeral. Okay. Now, America, it depends on what America they're talking about. Are they talking about the first American? Are they talking about the people who were here before the Europeans? Those are going to be the ones that are going to be the leaders of this planet. Those are the ones the Most High is going to raise up to lead, not the Gentile nations, not the ones that got here in 1492. You've had your opportunity to lead from these lands. And now the Most High is returning knowledge, understanding, and leadership roles back to his people. The base establishes the orientation of the four quarters, with the center, the sacred point or sanctum, okay, sanctorum, being the earth herself. While we as humans must heal the earth must first heal us humans. And she's working to heal us by giving us back our knowledge and understanding, by awakening us to see how far, we've fallen away, from truth and understanding as a people. The perfect elixir of the mythical philosopher's stone combined the four elements in ideal balance to heal any dis-ease. This magic elixir flows forth gentle as the rain from the spouts of each element: fire, water, air, earth, through truth and peace. And now, again, now we're talking about truth. Truth is very important. That's part of it. You want peace, you need to come up with the truth. If you want peace, don't talk about peace when you're still living a lie. You can't live a lie and then expect peace. That's not how this is going to work. That's why in Jeremiah 16 and 19, it says that you're going to come to the Most High saying that your fathers have inherited lies. So if your fathers have inherited lies, that's why you have no peace. That's why the world has no peace. They keep talking about how they want peace, but they're living a lie. And so long as you live a lie, peace will never, ever come to you. So again, truth and peace to the four corners of the earth. The true physician can only heal through the power of love. And though the lessons will be hard ones, the earth will teach us love for this sacred living planet, love for all creation, and perhaps even love for ourselves. Then and only then will we take our rightful place as master physicians to share the promise of Caduceus, enigmatic dolphin, in healing the earth and being the true stewards of all creation. As the most important symbol of all, the benevolent, compassionate expression of the Lady herself is to remind us all that perfect healing must begin with perfect love. And even in the darkest hour of the darkest night of the soul, love will be the master physician. Now, if you want that love must begin with truth. Love, they're throwing these words around, But you need to start with truth. You can't move forward unless you guys are going to admit the truth. All praise to the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.